Do you have goals? Throw that in the journal. Do you have anxiety? Throw that in the journal. Do you have problems? Throw that in the journal. Journaling is the solution to many of our problems, and I'm going to show you the easiest steps to get started and write your own. So as you saw by the thumbnail, I have 3 fully filled out journals, and I wanted to talk about my journey. I started in 2022 when I reached an extremely low point in my life. I had constantly heard about the benefits of throwing your problems and struggles into a journal in one centralized place, and this was really the start of my self-improvement journey. Ultimately, I didn't think journaling was that useful when I first started. I would sloppily write down pages and not really care what I was writing about. That wasn't until one day I picked up the pen and wrote down 4 pages, and that was because I had a really tough day that day. And after that day, I never really looked back and thought it was lame or stupid, or I was just wasting my time. I really took it seriously. Now, why did I write 4 pages? Well, this is because something really horrible happened to me. I had cut off a toxic connection that had plagued me for about 2 years. And I really needed to do some self-reflecting and analysis of the whole situation. And at that point, at that low point in my life, I felt like I couldn't talk to anyone. So what better person to talk to than yourself about it in a different context like this journal? But that's what's so important about these journals, reflection. Without that, we would never understand more about ourselves. We would never overcome these challenges. We would never get to learn from our mistakes and see the differences in our lives. That is a living documentation. Your journals are constantly living and breathing. Without any of that, we would never understand ourselves, and we would just go day by day repeating the same things over and over, the same cycles, and we wouldn't learn. And learning is really the cornerstone to development. We all know that. Another benefit to our journals is goal setting, and we can set plans to get us there. There is no past, present, or future within our journals. Like I said, it's living and breathing. You can plan your life ahead and make it clear where you want to go and how you want to get yourself there. Or you can go back into the past and reflect on mistakes or analyze different things, maybe make new beliefs, change processes. Living in the present, even just writing about your day is beneficial to you, right? Our mind are clouded by so many things that we have to do in a day. And it just feels like a million tabs are open up in your brain. It's just impossible to navigate. So what do? We journal, and day by day, we're slowly closing more and more of those tabs as we get things off of our mind. It's like a backlog of things you have to do, and it's just not a healthy habit to keep. Let's get you guys started now. First, we need to find a journal from the store. Now, that can't be too hard. There's plenty at Walmart, Target. I got my big black one from Five Below, but realistically, you can use anything as a journal. As long as you can, document things in a pen and paper, that's all that really matters to me. You don't want to be typing these things, as you might forget, or it may not be as meaningful, and it'll be really hard to organize and remember these things. I have my journals set a specific way, so they're not too hard to, navigate through. So it's really good to keep organization in your life here. So I'll give you guys a couple tips for starting out. My number 1 thing is don't feel like you have to publish this thing for everybody to see. It is your journal and your journal alone. It's your personal thoughts, your story. Nobody has to see that, right? Now, if you choose to let somebody see that, that's great. But remember, there's no pressure to show anyone at all. This book is about your life, your challenges, your goals, your fears, your aspirations, whatever that may be. Keep it to yourself. That is my biggest thing. When you're writing, don't feel like you're writing to an audience. Feel like you're writing to yourself and yourself only. Another tip is that you should make a table of contents. Organization is a really big key thing to this, and with a lot of journals like I have, it can start to get messy and you might lose yourself in the pages. So make a good organization for yourself, however that may be, and make sure that you're going step by step so you don't lose yourself in processes, or you don't lose where you had something that was really important to you or you may want to look back on. This is probably one of the most important tips, but I want you to write down what you're grateful for in the morning. Okay, as soon as you wake up, write down 3 to 5 lines, and it doesn't have to be too deep, but write down, 3 to 5 sentences of what you're grateful for. You can even do it in bullet points, right? I'm grateful for this phone. I'm grateful for this alarm clock. I'm grateful for this candle. Say what you're grateful for. It really sounds silly, But when you think about it, you're gonna wake up every morning with gratitude on your mind. Gratitude for being up early, gratitude for actually waking up today, gratitude for your body functioning as it's supposed to be. It really is a nice, gratifying experience, you know? You feel a lot better about the things in your life and you're more appreciative. And you know you've made progress once you start to appreciate the bad things that have happened to you. The list can go on. Just try to make sure that you're not repeating too many of the same things every time, right? Surely you can think of something different every morning. Honestly, I cannot stress this enough. I promise you that you will see the benefits within a few minutes after writing that journaling prompt. Like I said, it's closing a tab one at a time. It's taking these things off your mind. Trust me, you'll see it. If you have any questions at all, leave it down in the comment below and I'll set you on the right path. I also have one-on-one coaching calls that we can, set up a time and we can talk through this. Maybe I can help you set up your journal. Whatever you need, I have your back. Listen, that link is in the description. As always, I'm rooting for you and stay sharp.